Last week, we took a look at the top 10 best homebrew apps that you should download once you get the Homebrew channel installed. So naturally, I thought it would be a good idea to go over the worst homebrew apps. You may have seen this coming, but you would be surprised to see what some people release as homebrew apps. Seriously, some of these are ridiculous and flat out deadly. That's not a joke. I wish I was joking, but you will see. Some of these are literally deadly and can kill you. Coming in at number 10, we have an app called Brawl Stats. This is number 10 because it's not so bad, I guess, but like Super Smash Bros. Brawl shows you most of the stats that you would ever need, and I feel like it's silly to claim that you would need anything extra. But if you do need anything extra, this is here, I guess, so at least there is a use for it. It's not completely pointless, which is why it's only number 10. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this to work, so I don't have any gameplay of this, but I'm sure we aren't missing much. Number 9 is literally a stopwatch for your Wii. I'm not sure why you would possibly need this for your Wii, but even if you did, it doesn't even really work. The lap function does nothing, and when you press the B button to pause the timer, the entire thing crashes, so this is a broken stopwatch. I mean, using a stopwatch on your Wii is already kinda dumb, but using a broken one is just plain silly. I will say, I do like the little countdown you get at the very least, and if you're just doing one lap, I guess you can make this work, but this app sucks. Don't use it. Even the UI doesn't even look good. The only amount of UI that looks decent is the 1, 2, 3. I mean the 3, 2, 1 before the stopwatch starts. Why would you use this app? Don't do it. For number 8, we have a tool used for everyone's favorite activity, math. Unlike the stopwatch, this at least works for the most part, but typing in numbers into a calculator is hard enough on a phone or, on a real calculator, but using the sensor bar makes this even harder. You might as well just do math in your head or on paper, because by the time you put in all the stuff for your equation using the Wii sensor bar with motion controls, you could have already solved your problem. Also, whenever you type in 42, you get this weird Easter egg with dust or whatever this stuff is. I assume it's a reference to 42 being the secret to the universe or whatever, but I just think it's a bit annoying. Anyway, imagine modding your Wii to use a calculator. This is crazy. Whose idea was this? Coming in at number 7, we have a metronome. Isn't this fun? I guess if you're an up-and-coming musician and you only have a Wii to work with, I mean a modded Wii to work with, this could be useful, I guess, but I just don't understand why someone made this. It does work, unlike the stopwatch, and you can customize a lot of settings, so that's nice, I guess. But resetting this thing only resets the timer and not the beat, which is counterintuitive and kind of pointless, and I do not like that. But the fact that I'm taking a critical look at a metronome homebrew app for the Wii is ridiculous. I hope you're enjoying this video more than I am, because this is basically just a showcase of pointless and stupid Wii homebrew apps. Again, I guess if you're a musician with literally nothing else, you could maybe use this, but you could also just like use anything else. I mean, this is a metronome, guys. There's one built into Google. FL Studio has a free trial. Why do people use this thing? For number 6, we're really starting to get into the stupid territory with Christmas Countdown. Now, a Christmas Countdown on its own isn't all that stupid. I mean, it's a little weird to have on your Wii, but if it's a family Wii, I could see where this would be useful. The problem is, this is a Christmas Countdown for a Christmas from several years ago, because everything says 0. This is not only a silly idea, but it doesn't even work. It doesn't count down towards Christmas. This may be the most useless homebrew app of all time. I do enjoy that it has a Christmas theme at least, so I guess it could be used as a Christmas decoration on your Wii, but that would be weird. It looks like this would have been a great countdown too, because it uses the units of measurement like Fortnite and picoseconds, which are some of the most underrated units of measurements when it comes to time. Well, I guess Fortnite isn't really underrated anymore nowadays, but it's still cool, or at least it would be if it worked. Also, I don't know what this questions for Santa thing is, but it says 0, so I guess we all understand we have no questions for Santa. Either way, I'm sure you can tell by now Now, this is going to be a short video, but someone had to make this video, and if it wasn't me, no one would have made it like most of my videos. And I hope at the very least you can enjoy seeing how ridiculous some of these homebrew apps can get. Like, I don't hate these as much as I'm acting like it, I just think it's funny, so I hope you guys think it's funny too. But anyway, let's see what could possibly be worse than a completely useless app. With the first half of the list completed, prepare yourself, because the worst is yet to come. Those were just silly and, you know, kind of stupid, but what is yet to come is both redundant, stupid, and somewhat dangerous to your health. I'm serious. This is still not a joke. I will warn you before the stuff that's dangerous to your health and could kill you will show up, but let's just move. You'll see. It's so bad. It's so bad what's coming up. Just watch the video. Coming in at number 5, we not only have a dumb homebrew app, but this one is also annoying. It's called Alarm Me. It's an alarm clock. So instead of using a phone or, you know, a real alarm clock, you'd have to turn on your Wii and keep it on whenever you're sleeping. Make sure the volume is turned all the way up and that your Wii is connected to a TV inside of your room. Make sure your Wii has the right time set on it, because most of them don't. And even then, you can't accurately choose the time. Now, to be fair, maybe I'm just stupid, but I was trying to set an alarm for like 3 minutes so I could test it out for this video, and I literally could not. Maybe I am dumb, but it seems like this alarm is coded very weirdly when it comes to setting the time. So assuming the alarm actually works, which is a big if and a big assumption, even if it wakes you up, setting the alarm is annoying. Everything about this app is stupid and I hate it. The background is ugly, the UI is awful, I hate alarm clocks already, and I can't even properly set the time. Why was this made? Does anybody actually use this thing? Has anybody ever actually used this thing ever? If anybody in the comments can get this thing to actually set a time, please let me know if it wakes you up or even functions, because I don't know and I'm not gonna use it. I refuse to wake up to a Wii alarm clock. That's number 4. We have a tie between two redundant apps doing the same thing. I'll admit, maybe I'm being a bit harsh with these in the rankings at least, but they're just pointless. These apps are Power Check, which checks the Wii Remote's battery level, and Rumble, which makes your Wii Remote rumble. They both do exactly what they say and nothing else. The only problem is that full controller testing app that I already talked about in the best homebrew apps video does both of those plus way more. So why use these apps at all? They're completely pointless. Not to mention, the Power Checker shuts off the second you push any button, and your controller turns off when you load the app. So if you accidentally press A twice like I did the first time the app loaded, it just immediately closes, which is nice, I guess. Not to mention the background is ugly. The Rumble app is at least a little bit better, because I do enjoy seeing the Wii Remote chaotically bounce around while you rumble it, but that's the only good thing about this pointless homebrew app. I guess maybe there's the benefit of leaving the Rumble on indefinitely, which I don't think you can do on the controller testing app, but that isn't a good thing unless you're doing something inappropriate with your Wiimote. So just for that, I'm counting that as a flaw. Both of these apps are stupid. Just get the complete controller tester app thing that I mentioned in the last Wii Wednesday video and save yourself the trouble of having two different apps that do less, even when combined. And also, you know, the trouble of having to look at that atrocious background. Who made this? You're an animal. Whoever made these, you're an animal. Well, okay, the vibration one, that one's not so bad. The Rumble one's not bad. But whoever made Battery Checker, you are literally an animal. For number 3, we have Wii MP3. Get it? I said Wii. This app is stupid once again because it's redundant, but it also has bad UI. Remember that other app in the last video that I made that lets you play any media on your SD card, from videos to MP3s, and even let you play DVDs on your Wii's disk drive? It even let you connect to YouTube and watch Tooterp on your Wii? Well, this app does none of that, except it only lets you play MP3s. And it has no UI, meaning there's no reason to have this app. Plus, the app crashes when you try to do certain things, so this doesn't even work right. I got a dang DSI error for trying to switch songs. I don't understand how this got so messed up. This app is horrible. Do not download it. Just watch my other video and download the other one. At number 2, we're starting to get real dumb. Wii static. Yep, that's it. It's just static. You can have black and white static or colored static, and you can even control the brightness, except my capture card hates it when the brightness is above 50% for some reason. That weird glitching on the bottom half does not show up on the TV, so that's not really a reflection of the app itself. It's just my capture card being weird, and I don't know what causes that or why, but whatever. Just know the real full screen on your TV does not have that glitchiness. It's not that bad. Either way, this is just a very silly thing, especially when you could just use the Wii logo bouncing channel and have a better screensaver. Or, you know, since you're already on a TV, just go to one of the static channels in real life. I don't know. Instead of talking about how ridiculous this is, though, I'm gonna bring up an honorable mention that I was unable to download. And it is only an honorable mention because I couldn't download it, being Twitter for the Wii. Yep, that's right. There was a Twitter Homebrew app for the Wii that let you browse and make tweets. The download for this no longer exists, or at least I couldn't find it, but that's probably for the best because it would have made the top 3 worst. I mean, why would you use Wii for Twitter? In fact, why would you use Twitter at all? That place sucks. Anyway, I had to bring this up at some point in the video, and I couldn't think of a better place than this, so yeah, that would have been up here, but thank goodness it no longer exists. Anyway, static on the Wii, or static T Wii, as in static TV, that's not what it's called, but it should have been called that, is the second worst homebrew app because it's dumb. Though I guess it is at least functional, unlike some of these, but number 1 is clearly the worst. Just wait, it can literally kill you. I'm not even joking, I wish I was. For number 1, I need to preface this with an epilepsy warning. If you have epilepsy or are sensitive to flashing lights, please turn off the video or switch tabs or scroll down to the comment section while I talk about this. I'm not joking. This is not a joke or a bit. Please do it right now. This is literally an app called Epilepsy and is spelled with 2 I's like the Wii. And as you can see, it just does very fast flashing lights, presumably to trigger epileptic seizures. This is just awful. Why does this exist? You can at least control the speed and color of the flashing in case you're having a hard time giving someone or yourself a seizure, but this is just an evil app. I don't think it's funny or cool, and frankly, whoever made this should go to jail. This app could literally kill you. Man, that would have been a great video title. What was I thinking? In all seriousness, this is literally the most dangerous homebrew app to ever exist, and it's on the Homebrew browser, so if you have epilepsy or are sensitive to this kind of stuff, do not download it as a meme or as a joke. The default settings are fast flashing black and white lights. You can change the settings, of course, to be pink or blue, which I guess is nice, but like, this could literally kill you. This app is horrible. Don't use it. The epilepsy causing app is by far the worst homebrew app ever made, and may God have mercy on the creator's soul because they're gonna need it. Why would you make this? Someone could have died watching. You think the Porygon Z episode of Pokemon was bad? This is so much worse. Literally, for all we know, this could have killed people and we would never know. No one with an epileptic seizure is going to be like, oh yeah, it was the epilepsy homebrew app that killed me. We don't know. This could have killed people. This is awful. This is literally the worst homebrew app ever made, and this may be one of the worst things ever made as far as apps go. I certainly can't think of any worse iPhone apps. If you can somehow think of a worse app than this in the comments, please let me know, because this kills people. This could kill people. Well, those were the worst homebrew apps ever made. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and normally I would apologize to some of the developers in case they're watching this video because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but not this time. Some of you developers are flat out terrible human beings and you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm speechless. I'm literally Did you see that? That was not scripted. I am speechless. You guys are awful human beings. You're animals.